So, you've probably heard the scary statistic. Something like 80% of New Year's resolutions are already dead and buried by February. We all know this from our own lives, right? The number feels even higher. But here's the secret. The problem isn't your goal, it's your mindset. Most people walk into a new year with a mindset that's practically designed to fail. In the next few minutes, we're not just going to talk about thinking differently. I'm going to lay out the exact blueprint for the one mindset that ensures you don't just set goals for 2026, you actually achieve them. Section 1, the resolution trap and why it guarantees failure. Every single year, it's the same old story. The calendar flips to January 1st, and this wave of what I call artificial optimism washes over us. We tell ourselves, new year, new me. We scribble down our resolutions, lose the weight, save the money, read the books, launch the business. And for a week, maybe two, we feel incredible. We feel like we're finally in the driver's seat. There's even a psychological kick to it. Just the act of making a resolution can give us a short-term hit of well-being. It feels like we're taking control. But then, reality hits. The excitement sputters out. The gym that was packed on January 2nd is a ghost town by the 30th. The diet gets torpedoed by one stressful day at work. The book becomes a permanent resident of the nightstand. And what comes next is that all too familiar sinking feeling of failure, which just feeds a cycle of negative self-talk and makes it even harder to try again. So why does this happen on repeat? It's not because you're lazy or weak-willed. It's because New Year's resolutions, as most people approach them, are a trap. They're built on a flimsy foundation of hopeful ambition. You're laser-focused on the destination, the marathon finish line, the number on the scale, the dollar amount in the bank, but you haven't built the vehicle to actually get you there. The real issue is a mindset that sees change as a single event, not a process. It relies on motivation, which is just an emotion that comes and goes. And it's a mindset that is terrified of failure. Psychologists call this a fixed mindset, the belief that your abilities are set in stone. People with this mindset avoid challenges because they see any failure as a final judgment on their character. So when you inevitably have a setback, and you will, because setbacks are part of any real journey, your brain doesn't see a minor bump. It sees proof that you were never good enough in the first place, and so you quit. To make 2026 different, we have to stop falling for this trap. We have to stop trying to build a new life on an old, broken mindset. For years, I was the undisputed king of failed resolutions. Every January 1st, my goal was to get in shape. I'd buy the shiny new gym membership, purge the fridge, and go all in for about 10 days. I was a classic case of someone running on pure overconfidence, setting these massive goals that only led to burnout and frustration. By March, I was right back where I started, only now with an extra topping of guilt. I couldn't figure it out. I was motivated. I wanted it. Why couldn't I make it stick? I kept asking myself, what am I doing wrong? I blamed my willpower, my schedule, my genetics, anything but the real problem. I thought the issue was the what, so I tried every diet, every workout trend, hoping one would finally be the magic bullet. The light bulb moment for me came when I read about the difference between amateur and professional athletes. Amateurs train when they feel motivated. Professionals train no matter how they feel. Their identity isn't tied to a good mood, it's tied to the process of showing up. And it just clicked. It wasn't until I stopped obsessing over the what, the resolution, and started fixing the how, my mindset, that everything changed. I realized I was approaching the new year like a gambler, hoping for a lucky streak of motivation. But real, lasting change isn't about luck. It's about building a machine that runs whether you feel like it or not. That's when I quit making resolutions. Instead, I started building a new mindset from the ground up. And that's the blueprint I want to share with you. It's not about finding a better goal for 2026. It's about forging a better mind. This is a blueprint built on 3 core shifts that will make achieving your goals inevitable, not just possible. Section 3, the blueprint. Mindset 1, systems over goals. The first and most critical mindset shift is this. Stop being goal-oriented and become system-oriented. As author James Clear famously put it, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. What does that actually mean? A goal is your desired outcome. I want to lose 20 pounds. A system is the collection of daily habits that will get you there. I will go for a 20-minute walk after lunch every weekday. Goals are about the future. Systems are about the present. Think about it. Nearly every person who fails their resolution has a goal, but very few have a system. The problem with a goal-only approach is that you're basically living in a state of failure until you cross the finish line. If your goal is to write a book, you feel like a failure every day the book isn't done. A system, on the other hand, gives you a win every single day. You didn't finish the book today, but you did follow your system of writing 300 words. Win. You didn't lose 20 pounds today, but you did follow your system of eating a healthy breakfast. Win. You start focusing on progress, not perfection. So how do you build a system for 2026? First, find your direction. What's the goal behind the goal? You don't just want to lose weight. You want to be a healthy, energetic person. You don't just want to write a book. You want to be a writer. It's about shifting from an outcome to an identity. The goal isn't to do something, it's to become someone. Second, break that identity down into its smallest possible action. What does a healthy person do? Maybe they drink a glass of water first thing in the morning. What does a writer do? They write 1 paragraph a day. Your job isn't to transform your life overnight, it's just to nail that tiny, repeatable action. If your goal is to read more, your system isn't read 50 books. Your system is read 2 pages every night before bed. If you want to be more present with your family, your system is put the phone in a drawer during dinner. And I know, it sounds almost too simple, but that's exactly why it works. You're not relying on a heroic burst of effort. You're building a new normal. You're making progress so small and consistent that it becomes automatic. Good habits make time your ally. Your system is the machine, and every day you run it, you're laying another brick in the foundation of your new self. The blueprint, Mindset 2, data over failure. The second shift is to reframe every failure as data. A fixed mindset sees failure as a verdict. A growth mindset sees failure as feedback. It's not a judgment, it's information. Let's go back to our diet example. You do great for 5 days, but on day 6 you're exhausted, your boss was a nightmare, and you inhale a pizza. For someone with a fixed mindset, this is the end. The internal monologue is, I failed. I knew it. I have no willpower. Might as well give up. They see it as a final ruling on their character. For someone with a growth mindset, this is just a data point. The monologue is, okay, I went off plan. Let's get curious. Why? What were the conditions that led to this? They might realize, I was emotionally drained and had 0 healthy food ready to go. My system didn't have a plan for a high-stress day. This isn't an excuse, it's an analysis. Failure is no longer a source of shame, it's a source of information. You just learned that your system needs a contingency plan. So, you adjust. Maybe next week, you prep an emergency healthy meal for exactly those kinds of days. This completely changes the emotional roller coaster of chasing a goal. You stop being a victim of your life and start being a student of it. You're not trying to be perfect, you're just trying to get 1% better. That tiny shift from I failed to I learned is the difference between quitting in February and still making progress in November. For 2026, treat your goals like a scientist running an experiment. Your system is your hypothesis. Every time you slip up, don't beat yourself up. Get curious. Ask, what can this data teach me? Write it down, learn from it, and get right back on track. The goal isn't to avoid failure. It's to fail, learn, and get back up faster each time. Section 5, the blueprint, Mindset 3, discipline over motivation. The third and final mindset shift is to choose discipline over motivation. This is probably the hardest one, but it's also the most liberating. Most of us believe that to take action, we must first feel motivated. We wait until we feel like it to go to the gym, start the project, or make the call. But relying on motivation is like trying to power your car with lightning. It's powerful when it strikes, but you can't count on it to get you to work every day. It's a fickle, unreliable emotion. Discipline is different. Discipline is a skill you build. Discipline is doing what you need to do, especially when you don't feel like it. Discipline is the bridge that connects your goals to your reality. The secret that disciplined people understand is that the action comes before the feeling. They don't wait to feel motivated. They act, and the action itself generates the motivation. Think about it. The hardest part of a run is just putting on your shoes. But once you start, momentum takes over. After 5 minutes, you feel better. The motivation didn't get you started. The discipline of starting created the motivation. For 2026, stop waiting for inspiration to find you. Commit to a small system and build the habit of showing up. The goal is not to have an amazing workout every single day. The goal is to become the kind of person who doesn't miss workouts. Want to exercise more? Your rule is simple. Put on your workout clothes at your scheduled time, even if you just stand there for 5 minutes. You are reinforcing the discipline of showing up. And odds are, once the clothes are on, you'll do the workout. This builds what's called an identity-based habit. Your behavior reinforces who you want to become. When discipline is your default setting, you stop negotiating with yourself. You just do the work. All right, before we wrap this up, I want you to make one commitment. We've talked about 3 game-changing mindset shifts: systems over goals, data over failure, and discipline over motivation. Which one of those 3 hits home for you the most right now? Which one, if you really focused on it, would be the biggest lever for you in 2026? Take a second and decide. Then drop it in the comments. Tell me which one you're choosing. Are you building a system, reframing failure, or mastering discipline? Declaring it is the first step to making it real. And hey, if this is the year you're truly serious about changing your entire approach, make sure you subscribe. We'll be building on these ideas all year long. For years, you've been sold the lie that the key to a new year is a better resolution. But resolutions are fragile. They are wishes written on paper, and they shatter at the first sign of real-world pressure. A mindset, however, is forged in steel. A system doesn't care if you're motivated. Data doesn't judge you for slipping up. And discipline shows up even on your worst days. When you build this mindset, you are no longer just hoping for success. You are building a machine that manufactures it. So forget New Year, New Me. Let's make 2026 the year of the new year, new mindset. Don't just turn the page on a calendar. Turn the page on who you used to be. This isn't just another year. It's the year you build the foundation for everything that comes next. Now, go build it.